Magic Emperor Chapter 883. What's going on here? How dare you crawl into my bed? Get out right now. Zhuo Fan could only manage a bitter smile and replied, Look, lady, when did I ever get into your bed? You were clearly the one who pulled me up and pinned me down so hard I couldn't even move. Oh, right, that was my bad. Caught off guard by the situation, the woman started fumbling and scrambled to get out of bed. Zhuo Fan watched her in silence, looking as calm as if nothing had happened. However, because she was so flustered, this woman who was actually a martial arts master tripped over the bed sheets and lost her balance. As luck would have it, she ended up falling right on top of Zhuo Fan again. While Zhuo Fan lay there still to see what she'd do next, he saw a dark shadow looming over him. Before he could react, the shadow dropped down right in front of his face. He caught a whiff of a fresh scent, and felt soft lips lightly brush against him. The two of them were inches apart, staring straight into each other's eyes. They both froze for a few seconds, locked in a stare without blinking. The body heat made their hearts race and their faces flush with embarrassment. Dad, there's a group of people headed this way. Right then, Husantum ran in to ask for Zhuo Fan's advice. Seeing this scene before him, the boy was shocked and whispered to ask if he should open the door. Actually, it's probably better if I just go open the door myself. Husantum held his head and quickly ducked out of the room. Ah! A scream rang out as the woman scrambled off the bed, her face beet red and her eyes welling up with tears. Zhuo Fan felt pretty awkward too, and sat up. Ching! A cold, sharp sound echoed as a sword was drawn and pointed straight at Zhuo Fan's vitals. Both angry and ashamed, the girl screamed that it was her first kiss, and threatened to make him pay for it. Wait, calm down. Why are you saying I insulted you when you were the one who made the move? He explained that he was just lying there and hadn't done a single thing. Didn't you just lunge at me yourself? You should think this through, because I'm the one who saved your life. This, the girl stammered, lost for words, but finally decided he had to pay for disrespecting her. She lunged her sword at Zhuo Fan with lightning speed. Zhuo Fan's gaze turned cold, and his arm began to glow. Even though he needed info, since she'd lost it, and wanted him dead, he didn't need to hold back anymore. You're just asking for trouble. He figured she was putting herself in serious danger. He could save her, but he could just as easily take her out. He planned to use her as bait to draw out her accomplices and find some clues. Killing intent was clear in Zhuo Fan's eyes. However, the woman had no idea what he was plotting. She never expected this weak-looking man to be such a dangerous threat. Playing. A metallic clashing sound rang out. The sword streaked toward Zhuo Fan, making a sharp, whistling sound. A terrifying aura surged out like a wild beast ready to strike. Zhuo Fan calmly watched the tip of the blade, ready to snap it in an instant. Hey kid, your family just moved to Flying Cloud City, right? That's right. We're guards from the prince's mansion checking on newcomers. Is the owner here? Tell them to come out and see us right now. The commotion from the front yard caught both of their attention. The woman stopped and pulled back her lunging sword. Her expression turned serious and anxious. Zhuo Fan watched her and quickly pieced together the situation. He guessed she didn't dare make a move for fear of blowing her cover in front of the prince's men. This lined up perfectly with what he'd expected. This girl was definitely connected to that incident at the prince's mansion last month. Zhuo Fan gave a knowing smile, his mind racing with schemes. Seeing that smile only made the woman angrier. She pressed the sword against his neck and demanded he stop smiling. Zhuo Fan didn't give a damn about the threat. He knew she was the one who should be worried right now. Zhuo Fan looked at her defiantly. The girl was livid, and shoved the blade right against his throat. Seeing that he wasn't scared at all, she had no choice but to stand up and turn away. As pissed as she was, she knew this wasn't the time for revenge since the prince's men were nearby. Just you wait once they're gone, I'm dealing with you. She narrowed her eyes, and breathed heavily from sheer rage. Hey, lady. After thinking for a bit, he smiled and told her she should just kill him because he wasn't a good guy. He mentioned that he'd actually thought about slapping her while she was unconscious. I know that, but I don't want to kill you over something that petty. She looked at him, her face flushed with embarrassment. Zhuo Fan admitted to the kiss, but argued it wasn't a capital offense. He added that he'd done something way more serious than that. What could be more serious? She looked suspicious, and asked him to clarify. Zhuo Fan leaned in and whispered in her ear that she had become a real woman. The girl was stunned, unable to believe what she'd just heard. Zhuo Fan asked if she got what he was saying. He told her straight up that he'd taken advantage of her. Boom. She was completely shocked and couldn't believe it was true. Why wouldn't it be possible? He told her to take a good look at her own beauty. He hinted that it was only natural for something like that to happen when she was knocked out next to a man. I'm going to kill you. She furiously lunged her sword at him as tears streamed down her face. Zhuo Fan nonchalantly offered his neck, daring her to go through with it. He said that even if he died, her honor was already gone. He reminded her that if she killed him, the prince's men would catch her. He sarcastically noted that they'd both end up dying together. He said he didn't care since his son was already grown up. He suggested that dying together was a solid choice if she had nothing left to lose. You really are a bastard. She was shaking with rage but still couldn't bring herself to kill him. Zhuo Fan knew he'd read her perfectly. He realized she still had comrades in the city. If she wasn't worried about them, she would have risked her life against him a long time ago. Normally, people act without thinking when they re-insulted like that. Her hesitation proved she was afraid her teammates would be in danger if she got caught. Even now, she was still looking out for others. The sword clattered to the floor as she sat there sobbing in agony. Zhuo Fan smiled and asked if she still wanted to kill him. Just get out. She looked at him with eyes full of pure hatred. Zhuo Fan calmly revealed that she was still pure and he hadn't actually touched her. Surprised, she asked if that was really the truth. Zhuo Fan asked if she couldn't just feel her own body. He asked why she even had to ask him that. She blushed and asked why he had lied like that earlier. He explained that he wanted her to understand what truly matters most. He said that if she lost something more important, a first kiss wouldn't seem like such a big deal anymore. He asked if she'd still care about honor if her life was over. He advised her not to be too heartbroken if she couldn't stick to her principles. He told her to value the present instead of regretting the past.